Okay, I'm going to try to show you. I had so many questions about how I age wood quickly. And here was my shutters that were brand new cedar. So this will work on cedar or pine so far. And I love doing this. It's an easier way to age wood, force it to age rather than staining it. Staining it takes too long. This is literally, you can do this in 10 minutes. And when you let it dry, it will get darker. Excuse the traffic. So I'm out here at the barn. Look at the sky, you guys. Sorry, distraction, because our skies are always so beautiful here. And I'm out here working. Be at Art in the Park. It's a 3-day event as a vendor. Be one of the vendors. But anyways, let's get back to this. So this is what it looked like before. This is brand new. I got this. You can get them at the Dollar Tree for $10 a piece, or I think these ones came from Walmart and they were $15. So yeah, so if you can get them cheaper, go ahead and do that. Or I think Michael still has these as well. But as these two are drying, they are still turning colors. I will show you my process on how we do it. So what you're going to do, first of all, you're going to get your crate and then you're going to wet it down. I already did that. It just helps open the wood a little bit and soak in what I'm going to spray on it. Okay, so what you're going to need, like I said, you're going to need your crate. And then all I did is I took the water, like I said, wet it down, open the pores of the wood so everything soaks in better. And what it is just 2 ingredients. It's tea, and I use Lipton tea, the strongest brew you can get. And I put, like, I don't know, in a 2-cup measuring glass Pyrex cup, I did like 12 or 15 tea bags, depending on how many you have. The stronger the better. And then I poured those 2 cups in here, and then I filled the rest up with hot water. I let it seep for like an hour, and then I poured that in here and fill it up to about right here with water. And then the next thing you're going to need, so this is an old Windex bottle that this would probably go in the trash because this is rust water. So how I make the rust is I do the lowest aught, let's see, what is it? The smallest steel wool that you can find, I think that's 0000, and that will dissolve a little bit better. And you just make your rust solution. You let that sit over. The longer you can make your rust solution, the better. And so I made about half of what this container can fill, and then the rest with hot water. And then, like I said, it's going to have sediment in it. If you have a sprayer with a good screen in it, that will help, but this is probably just going to be trash, as it will get clogged up after use. So we'll go on to the next step. After you've soaked everything down, excuse me, there's mosquitoes out here. You're going to take your tea and you're just going to douse everything with the tea. And the tea has some sediment in it as well, so I'm going to have to open this and clean the screen really quick. But basically what you're going to do is you're just going to douse every inch of wood with the tea first. Then you can go straight into using, you don't have to let it dry or anything, you can go straight into using the rest solution. Okay, got that unclogged so it looks better. But I want to go ahead and douse every inch, give it a good soak. You'll need more tea than you will rust solution. If you guys have a good rust solution, go ahead and use that. I basically used just vinegar, and then I did add salt and hydrogen peroxide. You don't have to. The vinegar kind of will eat away at the steel wool, but okay, I want to go ahead around and flip this. Take your rust solution, and I do keep this at an angle so the sediments will kind of fold to the corner there. But all you're going to do is you're going to see this instantly change too. Sorry, that was out of focus. It's already changing. So you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to go around. And the reason why this changes is because tea has tannins in it. So that's what creates this effect. And then you get that instant weathered look in like 5 minutes. So go ahead and do this. This is just me spraying. Go ahead and spray everything, and then we'll look at all 3 of them. And you're going to go all the ways around, like I said. And if you come back where you have a spot here where you want to, I just go ahead and add just a little bit more tea back into those spots. And then I'll get my rust. Now be cautious of the rust. This is real rust, you guys, so you don't want to be using this with open cuts. I do have a tetanus shot. I just cut mine actually. But I'm very careful not trying to touch it too much. I have rags out here as well, but you want to be careful with using rust. I just have to say that because I don't want anybody getting upset with me. Anyways, got all 3 of them done, and this is showing them a little bit lighter than they actually are. But when they are all finished, I will take another picture of them. As they dry, they get darker. And like I said, you can go over and spray them again. As you'll see here, and I'll try not to make you sick, but these are aging even more since I put them. And you want to see something amazing again? So this is our little cabin here that we have friends and family in. But look at this sky. You guys get to see this live. Isn't that beautiful? The sunsets here are amazing. So if you do live in Montana and you're over in the southwest area and you know where the Big Hole River is, come out and check me out. I have a little tiny roadside gift shop called the Maker's Barn Co. A little table here, antique table. Anyways, it's a tutorial, but also a little shot of the view out here right now because it's so breathtaking. Anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.